my name is Judika Saruksuk, and I am a student of Polytechnic State of Batam, majoring accounting diploma. My student number is 3112111037, and I am here. I want to explain an accounting cycle. As you can see in the screen, this is a flowchart. The flowchart contains the 12th accounting cycle. Why? The first step is identification and analysis the transaction. An accountant must be able to distinguish the transaction, whether the transaction have an impact to the company's finances or it's not. And basically the formula of accounting is assets equals liabilities plus equity. 2. The second step is recording the journal entries. In analysis transaction, there are two possible situations. If it's the transaction or the economic transaction, so an accountant must be entered the journal entries. If it's not, so there is no need journal entries. Writing the journal entry needs a caution. An accountant must be careful to input account name, debit and credit position, so the totally are the same. The third step is create the general ledger. After all the transactions that have been made in journal entries, an accountant must be entered the transaction to the general ledger by sorting them by account name and combining them in one column for account name which has been numbered according to the cost. As you can see in this screen, this is an example of general ledger. The general ledger contains information of account name, account number, transaction date, description, and the balances. The fourth step is preparing an adjusted trial balance. After compiling the ledger, the accountant will make a summary before adjusted journal entries in trial balance that's called an adjusted trial balance. A trial balance is a bookkeeping or accounting report that lists the balances in each general ledger account. Next, the fifth step. The fifth step is making a worksheet. A multi-column paper worksheet is used in accounting operation that contains company accounting data in one period. Worksheet help with the process of creating the financial reports because worksheet has summaries of all the data. The sixth step is make adjusted entries. All the transactions in one period must be included in general journal entries, but there are several transactions that should be adjusted. Adjusted entry is made at the end of the period to adjust the estimate account balance to reflect the accrual situation before preparing a financial report. Seventh step is preparing an adjusted trial balance. After all the adjustment transactions have been entered in adjustment journal entries, so an accountant repeat input to the general ledgers, worksheet, and trial balance. However, after adjusted entries, it's called adjusted trial balance, which is contain information of total whose balances have been adjusted. The eighth step is preparing the financial report. Generally, there are 5 financial reports. 1. Income statement report. 2. Cash flow statement reports. 3. Statement of change in equities. 4. Balances. And the 5. Notes for the finance. The ninth step is making a closing journal entries. A closing journal entries is a journal entries that pause at the end of the accounting period to close a temporary account to the zero amount. The account that closes are the 4 temporary accounts, which is income, expense, income summary, and withdrawals. The 10th step is make post-closing trial balance. After the 9 steps, we make a trial balance, which is contain all the accounts names in one period with the account that have been closed in closing journal. 11th step is create the reversing journal entries. The reversing journal entries is made by some transaction in one accounting period to clear the accrual adjustment entries. The third step, the final step of accounting cycle, is making a trial balance. This trial balance have to correct imbalances so that it will carry over to the next period. It's all about the accounting cycle over and over again. So that's all about the accounting cycle. I hope you understand wherever you are, and thank you for your appreciation. I hope you see in a good time. Goodbye.